Did corona came from labs? The answer to this is no. But before we go deep in this, let's first see what coronavirus is. COVID-19 is the disease caused by just one type of coronavirus. Coronavirus is the name for a big group of viruses that cause illnesses. These range from the common cold and gastrointestinal infections to more severe diseases, including SARS and MERS. Some coronaviruses can infect humans, and others can infect animals like bats and camels. In rare cases, animal coronaviruses can evolve to infect humans. That is what happened in the case of SARS and MERS. This virus isn't a bioweapon. New diseases have emerged throughout human history, and we have seen two major coronavirus outbreaks in the last 2 decades. So we shouldn't be surprised by the arrival of the COVID-19 virus. However, rumors on social media suggest that the outbreak was made. Some say the virus leaked from a Chinese lab studying coronaviruses. Others suggest the virus was engineered to spread among humans. Even the most secure laboratories do sometimes have accidents, and a human-engineered pandemic has been identified as a possible risk to our civilization. But there is no good evidence that either has happened. Many similar viruses are found in wild bats, and it seems likely that is the origin of this one, probably via an intermediate host. Similarly, we know that both SARS and MERS came from bats, so there is no reason to invoke a laboratory accident. How did coronavirus start? It's thought it originated in bats. But the thinking is the virus could have infected humans through another animal. The first human cases of the coronavirus were linked to a seafood and live animal market in Wuhan in China's Hubei province. But there are questions about whether bats were sold at this market. So researchers are looking into the possibility that another animal was infected by a bat before being traded at the market. This infected in-betweener could have been probably a snake, a turtle, or a pangolin. But the researchers in that study learned the word turtles, which they referred to as a virus reservoir capable of carrying dozens of viruses, as they are traded more commonly than pangolins, which are traded illegally. Why is it called COVID-19? The World Health Organization wanted to make sure the name of the disease didn't refer to a place, group of people, or an animal. Having a name matters to prevent the use of other names that can be inaccurate or stigmatizing. They also wanted to make sure it wasn't complicated to pronounce, so ordinary people could remember it and talk about it easily. If you want to get specific, COVID-19 is the name of the disease this strain of virus causes, in the same way AIDS is the disease caused by HIV. CO stands for corona, VI is for virus, and D is for disease. The 19 bit is because human cases of the virus were actually reported in late 2019, even though most of us didn't hear about it until January 2020. How does coronavirus spread? The virus travels in tiny droplets from an infected person's mouth or nose, which are spread when that person coughs and exhales. You can be infected by inhaling this droplet, which is why we are being told to stay 1.5 meters away from others. But you don't have to be in someone's personal space to get infected. You can also catch COVID-19 just by touching objects or surfaces where these droplets have landed and then touching your eyes, nose or mouth. This is why we are being told to keep things clean and have been given the near impossible task of not touching our faces. This mode of transmission isn't a main feature of the current outbreak, but it does drive home the importance of thoroughly washing your hands after a trip to the bathroom. What is it about bats? It isn't the first time the world has witnessed an outbreak of a bat-borne virus. Ebola is thought to have originated in bats, as well as two other types of coronavirus, SARS and MERS. Bats are the second common mammals after rodents, making up nearly 20% of all species of mammals. There are more than 1,000 species of bats and some can live up to 40 years. But experts believe it's the bat's unique immune system that allows it to harbor so many viruses. Bats are the only mammal with the ability to fly, which increases their body temperature and metabolic rate and puts their bodies into a constant state of fever. Some scientists believe that bats have suppressed their immune system to cope, which allows them to tolerate more viruses. How to protect yourself against coronavirus? Regularly and thoroughly clean your hands with an alcohol-based hand rub or wash them with soap and water. Maintain social distancing. Maintain at least 1.5 meters distance between yourself and anyone who is coughing or sneezing. Avoid touching eyes, nose, and mouth. Practice respiratory hygiene. Make sure you and the people around you follow good respiratory hygiene. This means covering your mouth and nose with your bent elbow or tissue when you cough or sneeze. Then dispose of the used tissue immediately. Stay home if you feel unwell. If you have fever, cough, and difficulty breathing, seek medical attention and call in advance. Follow the direction of your local health authority.